Alright, so now for something completely, totally new and different, only not really. So most of my bag overviews I call overviews because they're not really reviews. I don't take an extensive amount of time. I'm not wearing these things for 3 months and going down to Thunder Ranch and doing all sorts of crazy tactical personal defense shooting type stuff and all that other crazy stuff. It's just an overview of the bag to go over the features and things. That way I can help make people a more informed consumer. On the other hand, knives I can do reviews about because I use knives every single day. I change my EDC knife through my collection every couple of weeks or so. And so today I'd like to share with you a CRKT knife. I got an email from them. They were having a sale. I'm like, cool, a sale. I love sales. So I clicked on it. I saw this knife. I fell in love, couldn't resist it, ordered it. My wife gave me a dirty look. The rest is history, and now I'm sharing it with you. CRKT, I feel gets a bad rap because they're not a custom knife maker and they're not necessarily their own studio. They're like a collaborative effort. But I have never had any problems with any of their products that I bought. And this knife, which is their Triumph, I think I got for like 50 bucks plus shipping. And it's a great knife, and I'd like to share it with you. So for opening it, you got your standard, that was pretty terrible. Got your standard thumb stud. It opens up, and as you can see, we have a combination blade and a tanto point on this. Now it's got a finish on it. Let's zoom in here a bit. It's got a tiger stripe type finish on it, which is, come on, focus. Oh, this thing does not want to focus. There we go. It's got a tiger stripe finish on it. Those serrations are pretty beefy, as you can see. And overall, it's a good little knife. Let's zoom out a bit. It's a pretty big knife. It's not huge. I think the blade is a little, it's like 3 1/4 inches. It was pretty sharp when I got it. It was just about hair cutting sharp. I've used it numerous times and it has worked pretty well for me in the past. Now there is something strange about this knife which makes it a little different. This red stud here is what they call their auto locks system, which they say makes this knife, when this is engaged, this little flip, as sturdy as a fixed blade knife. I'm not a knife designer, I am not a knife manufacturer. I don't know necessarily how that works, but when we look at the knife here, there is, careful, get my finger off the serration, there is no wiggle, there is no give in this thing whatsoever. To close it, it does require a little bit of a trick though, because you have to disengage this lock and the liner at the same time. My suggestion, hold it in your dominant hand. Make sure you guys can view this. Use your index finger to push down on the auto locks bar, and then use your thumb to move the liner and then close like normal. The pocket clip is not reversible. It is not repositionable. If you got different scales, maybe, but as you can see, it is right hand tip down carry only in this configuration. The scales, the material is the only downside I see for this knife. This stuff is really, the texture is very aggressive and it will mess up your hand. I have actually, because of this knife and a couple other knives, I have stopped carrying things in my right pocket, which is where I keep my pocket knife, because this stuff, reaching into your pocket for anything else on the back of your skin, is just really, really uncomfortable. It's borderline painful, quite honestly, and I would call that about the only issue with this knife. So if we look at this onion, if we look at this, I'm about to say onion, it's not an onion, it's a Crawford. Come on, you. It's a lot harder to do this on your own via your cell phone. This is a Crawford design from CRKT, and it is the Triumph. It's got a patent on it. I'm not sure why. I don't see the blade on here, but I think it was 530. For the steel tap, I think it was 530. Overall, this is a nice little knife. And here I'm going to show you, I don't have my finger on the auto locks at all, and it does not close. The liner won't even move without it. It will not close unless you disengage it and flip it. Overall, I was pretty happy with this knife. I felt it was a good deal. I was certainly appreciative of the price, and it's one of the reasons why when I go to a website and I buy something from a knife manufacturer, come on now, I sign up for their mailing list because, you know, 50 bucks for a decent knife is hard to beat. And I just ignored the look from my wife anyway. If I were to make a suggestion, this is my own personal thing, if I were to make a suggestion to a knife maker who is making a knife like this that is obviously meant for a tactical / practical application, here on the front, right here, where there's just nothing but a spacer anyway and lots of room, put a window breaker. Please, can you put a window breaker right there? Now, that's my personal fetish. I have a fetish for window breakers because one of my nightmares is being trapped in a car and being in a river and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do have rescue means in the car for anybody who's curious. My wife has one, I have one, my kids, everybody has one. But you can't have enough window breakers, in my opinion. So here's the knife, CRKT, CRKT.com. Maybe you might be able to find it on Amazon. Pretty sure it's not on sale at the times you guys are watching this. If you have any questions, please let me know and I will get back to you. Thanks.